Is Michael B. Jordan natural? Coach Greg, and is Michael B. Jordan natural? Imagine people actually think he's natural. People writing, Coach Greg, do an ad or not on him. As if I haven't done so in the past. And so perhaps you're watching Derek's video. Derek said, Michael B. Jordan's natural. Look at his physique. You know, it's naturally attainable. People look like that.
I would say it's definitely doable naturally, of course, and I wouldn't hesitate to say that the likelihood is high that he did it naturally.
Yeah, some do with amazing genetics, but did he? Do you not remember how much muscle this guy put on for Creed 1? Oh, 24 pounds, specifically 24. Not round off to 20, 24 pounds.
24 pounds of muscle.
A lot of protein?
Tons. I mean, just chicken, broccoli, brown rice, gallon and a half of water a day, and just doing that consistently.
Guy was 27, had already been training. Suddenly, in your late 20s, you gain 24 pounds of muscle. Oh, but he started training 3 times a day, Coach Greg. Don't you know? Isn't that what they all say? You eat 6 to 8 meals a day, chicken, broccoli, rice, 2 a day training, and suddenly you look like a superhero? Problem is, what they're not telling you is they're taking performance-enhancing drugs. And why wouldn't they? Not saying they're abusing them, not saying they're breaking the law. There are many things you can take legally that will allow you to gain this kind of muscle. And so why would he be natural? Is there some moral obligation to be 100% natural? And why would he want to tell people? Hi everyone, I just want to make an update to all people around the world. I'm on 140 milligrams of test a week, just like Coach Greg. Why would he ever do that? Why would he announce that? You know what would happen? Oh, Creed only looks like that because what he's taken. I have no respect for him. I only respect The Rock because that guy, he's natural. Yeah, The Rock wakes up at 4:30. That's why he looks like he does. Probably because he drinks the rain drinks. He doesn't have rain. Probably because he drinks his own energy drinks. Up at 4:30, have a couple of his energy drinks. Bammo! Energy all day, training harder than last time. And so on the Good Morning America, he describes, I stripped down my diet completely. Grilled chicken, brown rice, broccoli, and a lot of water. Of course he did chicken, broccoli, and rice, just like Hugh Jackman from The Wolverine. They all copy each other's diets. What did that guy say? I'm just going to say what he said. That way, if anyone questions me, I'll say, well, he did it. Why couldn't I? I worked out 2 to 3 times a day, 6 days a week. And if you do that consistently for about 10 months, your body will change. Notice it doesn't say anything about the list of performance-enhancing drugs that were also used. And so the average person should understand this. If you overtrain, you're not going to gain anything. You do too much, you're not going to put on muscle. The body needs to recover. Muscles, they grow when you're resting, not when you're working out. And if you're training all day, especially if you're doing 3 hours of boxing, how could the muscles possibly rest, recuperate, and grow? Unless, of course, the guy's not natural. Then it's analogous to having an entire construction crew helping to build a house. In comparison, if you're building a house alone, by yourself, imagine how long that's going to take. But with performance-enhancing drugs, it's like you have an entire crew, perhaps 20 workers building the house all at the same time. And so that's how you can make such dramatic changes in a short period of time in comparison to training natural. And so it's been close to 10 years since Creed 1. He's a lot older. And so now it's all about maintaining, right? Only thing is he's actually gotten bigger. And so how has he done this? Well, he has to train on the go now. He doesn't have the time he once had. And so he's training 2-3 times a day, but making them much shorter workouts. So let's see, what exactly are these short workouts? Well, for cardio, 45 to 60 minutes a day. That's a lot, but steady state, right? Probably goes for walks, enjoys himself, nothing strenuous. Wrong. He's doing HIIT cardio, interval work, plyometrics, and speed work. Imagine doing 45 to 60 minutes of cardio every single day, being HIIT cardio. HIIT cardio, it's hard. Intervals. You need to rest and recover. At most, you should be doing interval training or HIIT cardio 3 times a week. Anything more than that, going to lead to overtraining. And even with performance-enhancing drugs, that's hard. Consider this. If you were to train your legs 7 days a week doing squats, do you really think that would be a smart idea? What if you're doing squats to failure, getting sore, and you have to do squats again the next day? When are they going to recover? Next up, everyone's impressed with Michael B. Jordan's abs. And so how did he get those abs? Because after all, it can't be calories in, calories out, can it? It can't be just eating in a slight deficit, perhaps at maintenance to maintain what your abs look like. It's got to be all that ab training. And so what does he do for his abs? 3 sets of 25 reps. Okay, that's not too bad, right? of the following ab exercises: crunches, leg raise, reverse crunches, toe touches, traditional sit-ups, reverse crunch, toe touches, traditional sit-ups. That's 8 times 3, 24 sets of 25 reps for his abs. Really, even the science says 10 to 20 sets per week to train a muscle group effectively. And remember, he's not doing this once a week. He's doing it every other day. 24 sets times 3.5. We're talking about over, 24, 48. And so if he does this even 3 days a week, that's 72 sets of abs a week to get his abs. Do you really think he needs to do all this? Imagine the overtraining done to the core. He's boxing, twisting, turning, punching, throwing punches from the hips. Imagine the work that his core is doing on all the other exercises. And so if he were to actually do this, he would by far be overtraining every single day. And so it makes it look good. Wow, no wonder he looks so amazing. I couldn't train like that. The fact that he does, that's why he has such an amazing and impressive physique. He also does an arm series, a boxing series, and boxing training. Every workout day ends with 3 hours of boxing, heavy bag, speed bag, hitting the mitts, and jump rope. And so do you really think a guy needs to do 45 to 60 minutes of cardio and do all of those abs exercises, and then on top of all of that, go and box for 3 hours a day? Of course not. He would for sure look so skinny when it comes time to boxing that he would look like a flyweight. He would have no muscle, be super skinny, not look like he set foot in the gym, would look like a marathon runner. And so what about Michael B. Jordan's diet? Well, whenever he makes a Creed movie, he goes on a very strict diet. Let's see if you decide if this is strict or not. Though Collette said he allows one cheat day for Jordan starting at 7 p.m. on Saturday and ending at 7 p.m. on Sunday. And so imagine you diet this strictly and do this much cardio and training all week. You're now given the go-ahead. Eat whatever you want, anything and everything, starting 7 p.m. Saturday night until 24 hours later. And so he states, and I quote, "I don't know if a person has ever eaten as many cheesesteaks as I saw Mike eat," laughs Collette. And so is he really on this strict diet? Is he really doing all of this cardio? Is he really doing all those sets of abs? I say no. But guy in reality is probably doing a normal amount of working out, perhaps an hour and a half a day, probably eating fairly strict, but not overly, while using performance-enhancing drugs. And so all he has to do is quite literally maintain his physique from the past. Once you've built that muscle, it's a lot easier to keep it. And so in any year in his training, he wants to be within 6 weeks of being in shape for any movie role. And so what does that mean? It means he's main-gaining. In the off-season, he maintains a lean and healthy physique, perhaps 15% body fat. And then once it's time to do a movie role, he can then go on a calorie deficit for 6 weeks and look exactly as he should for his movie role. I believe that when you're trying to look a certain way, the simple diet, the bodybuilding diet, that's the stuff that works. BCAAs, protein powder, glutamine to aid recovery, and multivitamins, Collette said. Yeah, right. You don't think they're taking everything and anything in order to make this easier? Imagine you have millions of dollars, professional trainers, and all you're going to do is use a couple supplements. There are so many supplements, some of which are even natural. And so imagine not using GO2 max. Been shown in human studies, double-blind, placebo-controlled, to actually work in the real world. 50% improvement in walking test scores. And so why wouldn't he use GO2 max? It's so effective. It's the #1 supplement I would recommend to anyone. Not just about losing weight, getting in shape, but also about your health. Lower your blood pressure, cholesterol, make you potentially live even longer. Please click the link in the description. Code Greg, 10% off. Don't believe me? Do your own research. Read all the studies. I'm certain if you read the studies, you will say, wow, this is the supplement for me. And so his diet, of course, egg whites, 1 whole egg, 45 grams of carbs, rice and oatmeal. Meal 2, protein shake, 35 grams of carbs. And after that, well, of course, chicken, perhaps potato, and veggies. And next meal, same thing, same snack. Let's eat the same thing every single day. And so there you have it. Michael B. Jordan, natty or not. I'm saying not natty. I'm not saying he's abusing things, and I'm not saying that you can't look like Michael B. Jordan if you have amazing genetics while being natural. Certainly, a lot of people can, but could he? Why would he choose to be natural? You're thinking it's some kind of crime to take HRT? Of course not. He can legally do all of these things, and so why wouldn't he? If he's trying to be a director, an actor in a movie, would he not want to do what's optimal for him to be healthy? And so let me know in the comment section, do you think the guy's natural, or do you think he's enhanced? Subscribe, click the bell button, like the video if you liked it, watch the tube loops, follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IB Pro, cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet book, all kinds of stuff. Click the link in the description, code Greg 10% off, and until next time, I am out.